Hi there, everyone. Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins. It's been a busy week. A lot of severe weather potentials out there, a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings, watches, the whole 9 yards. And so hopefully you like and subscribe my page. It's been active lately. I've had a lot of recordings. I've been live several times. And those that like and subscribe usually know first, and they're able to ask questions right away. And, when is it going to happen for us, and where's it at now, and is there a chance for tornadoes, things like that. So like and subscribe. That would be absolutely fantastic. Now we're going to talk about Thursday, because I think Thursday probably has your best bet for severe weather for a good portion of the state. We're going to start with instability, because this really caught my eye right away. Here's what it, just making sure everything's working. Looks like it. Okay. Instability, watch this. I don't see that between high and extreme very often. I mean, that is, I'm talking about this area right here. That's a lot of purple, and it continues, and it probably peaks right around there. So that's around Thursday night between 6 and 8 p.m. Look at all that purple, and it's even higher up here towards Sioux City. You're getting extreme right there, but all of this, that's a pretty good chance. That's fuel. That's the instability, how easy it is for storms to form, and a good portion of the northern and northeastern part of Nebraska, pretty high. And really, this over here is pretty high too. And even though this looks low, all of this will overcome that. In fact, see how even Lincoln is in that purple color right there by noon. And then as we get into your 10, 11, 12, midnight, 1 a.m., it's still in that really high category, the Lincoln and Omaha and Beatrice area. So certainly worth keeping an eye on. Severe weather potential basically stretches from the Panhandle all the way over towards Des Moines. You're a solid 400 miles wide of a severe weather threat. It's a slight risk. It's up here. It's this level 2. So, it's not incredibly high. Wouldn't surprise me if we see like an enhanced, if we eventually tomorrow, maybe even later tonight, I would think an area like this might even get that enhanced risk. So we'll see. And I'm going to kind of show you the whys. This is Stormcast. I believe this is the HRRR, a version of it anyway. Here we go. Nothing really happens until about there. This is 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, and it really gets going around there. So even storms right there, but once it gets to about there, this is, I think, the best chance for some strong to severe storms. Then it slowly moves to the north and east, and notice along and south of Interstate 80, largely left alone by this model. Doesn't mean that storms can't go down there. It's just this one model. And then they exit the region as we head towards midnight to 2 o'clock in the morning. So backing up again, right there's when they start getting going. This is when they're like that isolated. You got to sell there. You got to sell there. You got a couple of them over here. These are the ones when they're isolated like that can really get some rotation in there, and I could see an isolated spin-up tornado coming out of that. So there they go all the way into Iowa by 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Supercell potential is there. I'm going to back it up here just a little bit. This is 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon when those storms start to get going right there, 6 p.m. Kind of fades for a little bit, and then it comes back in south central Nebraska at 9:30 p.m. And remember, that one model said not much happening south of Interstate 80. But if something were to get going, the potential is definitely there for some strong storms. And it looks like the highest potential for those supercells would be right there by 11 p.m. And it doesn't stop there. You're looking 1 a.m., 2 a.m., it's still there, but I think by then everything is pushed to the east. This isn't telling you where the storms are at. It's where it's saying if there are storms in that area, they have the potential to become supercells. Tornado threat. Notice it's along and basically north of Interstate 80. So let's take a look at the significant tornado parameter. Now this is for when you start to see anything higher than like a 4, a 5, a 6, or 7, that's when it's going to be really bad. But for isolated spin-up tornadoes, you look for the gray and maybe even the yellow a little bit, and that starts to show up a little bit. This is 7 p.m. This from Grand Island to Columbus, maybe up towards O'Neill, Norfolk, that area, kind of seeing that lightish gray. So it doesn't mean a really damaging, strong, huge, significant tornado. It just means these would be like a spin-up, isolated, real quick, in and out, hit and miss. And then by 11 p.m., I think this is kind of away from where the storms will actually be at, but one little spot tries to show up there near Grand Island before it dissipates very quickly. Okay, updraft helicity. This is kind of insane. I haven't seen this many colors in a long time. So this looks like something my kids would have colored when they were like 2. Know what I mean? So yeah, the updraft helicity means rotation, or it means air masses going up and spinning at the same time, and all of them, if they get going, that is definitely a potential. Doesn't mean tornadoes are going to happen. It just means that is a likelihood that we could see a little bit of rotation within that, especially in the parts of western Iowa. That's crazy high. And then it continues. You remember that significant tornado parameter I was talking about around 11 o'clock near Grand Island? Storms will be over here. But there that is again, it's showing up. But thankfully, the storms won't be in that area at that time. Large hail, remember when I circled that area and said there's an enhanced risk? It was basically along this same area. So that's kind of why I'm thinking there might be an enhanced risk right there, because the hail potential is highest in north central and northeast Nebraska. So significant hail parameter here. When you start to see the reds and pinks, that's when it's really high. But yellows and browns means usually anywhere from 1 inch to 2 inches in diameter. And we're kind of seeing that, especially right there, starting to see the reds. This is 6 p.m. All of this area right here has a decent chance for some strong, some large hail, and it quickly fades away by 11 p.m. I think it turns into more of a wind event, but the hail parameter is definitely there early on in those storms. Damaging wind, I mean, this is just with all the storms, you're likely going to see 60 to 65 mile per hour wind gusts associated with that as well. So the potential is there for just about everything. And yeah, I think if the storms get going, and I'm going to show you that model one more time, just to kind of give you an idea of, since we've looked at all of those potentials, the significant tornado parameter, the hail, the damaging wind, all that kind of stuff. So here's that model again. So you see those clusters of storms moving in around 6:30, 7 o'clock. They start to get a little more linear. I think they get kind of linear right about, there's one part where they're linear. See this? That's linear. Even that's trying to get linear. And then right there, that's, I mean, it's not, this is the good news about this. It isn't perfect. If it was just a nice solid line showing up, I would say, yeah, damaging wind, probably some hail with it, but this is all disjointed. It's not perfect. So it's something we're watching, something we're keeping a close eye on. Again, if you like and subscribe, you will know when I go live. See ya.